daughter the
Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. We are live. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see who is in the house. You may see that I am at a location in in East County, San Diego. And I want to do a video on this and show you where I am. It's a spot if you're going to be in San Diego and need somewhere to stay for you just can't beat the price. $20 a night. Camping, it's dry camping, but it's beautiful. They have a pool, they have donkeys. I may take a little gander later and show you. If you can see down there, let's see, can you see their donkeys down there? Maybe not, but anyhow, I'll show it to you later. But okay, let me just welcome everyone who's here. Hey, Barry. Oh my goodness. Turner's on the road. First one's in the house today. Hello, hello. And Barry is in the house. We had a good long talk the other day, Barry. It was good catching up with you. Oh my goodness. I wish you all a safe holiday weekend. You too, Barry. We are staying kind of stationary for a couple days. I don't really like being on the highways on the holidays. Hey, Get Lost Mike's in the house. Hello, hello. And
couldn't find the white one. At least I
okay,
tried.
Jessica.
I looked.
That's okay, Jessica.
Okay.
I was gonna wear a visor because it is it's a little bit well, it's quite warm actually, and if I get out in the sun, I just wanted a visor, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Who else is here? Nora's here. Martina. Hey, Martina one. Vaughn's in the house. Oh my goodness. But let me get it's warm here, so let me get some water. I did a video today. I aired a video today of Kat. A lot of you may remember Kat. She was living in her trailer on the streets of Oceanside. And, the way the rules are set up, you have to move every couple days, and it's just so she'd have to hook and unhook to her truck and hook back up, and she had suffered a broken back and had colon cancer, was in the hospital. She was just having some really, really hard times, and so many of you were so kind and reached out to her. And her truck had gone down and she was able to get it fixed. But anyhow, spoiler alert for the video, she was able to get housing. Yes, yes. And in the video, we talk about that and talk a little bit about some of the difficulties she experienced when she was living in her trailer, and also what happened in terms of how she got the housing, because she pays only a third. Well, that's a lot still, but a third of her income towards rent, and it's affordable, so it's substantially less than she would be paying anywhere else in San Diego County. And it's a beautiful. In the video. I do a tour of her new affordable apartment, and it's just a lovely, lovely thing. And I'm just so overjoyed for her. So go over when you get a chance after this live and check out Kat's new digs and celebrate with her. But who else is here? Nora, my great moderator. Martin, one, I already said hello. Vaughn's on a roll. Hey, Sheila, how's it going? We're doing good. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's see who else is. Yeah, Sylvia Castillo's in the house. Uh, Cuddles is so excited here because he's seeing the horse and the donkeys, and he's wanting to get down there and check everything out. Plus, there's a dog run here. But I'm going to do a tour of this and interview the owner, either the owner and his wife, or at least one of them. But Rebecca is just a delightful woman, and I want to introduce you to her in a video later. She's painting, and they have also an RV that they rent out here that you can stay on the property. And here's where I am. There's my space, and you can just see what a beautiful and expansive property it is. But like I said, I'll be showing you more later. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Sylvie is saying, hey, Sylvie. Adele is in the house. Oh my goodness. Who else? Three Generations. I think I'm saying hello to everyone. Uh, oh, Get Lost Mike is originally from Riverside, California. Oh my goodness. Well, not far from here, right up the road. Hey, Bust a Move. How's it going? Oh, Lindy's in the house. Did I miss Lindy? Hi, Lindy. Hey, how's it going? Um, Lindy had a video that came out on boomers, and yeah, us boomers have done quite a bit. Go over and check that video out. And let's see, who else? Tamara is in the house, and Be Anxious for Nothing. Absolutely. Whew, if we allowed ourselves to really sit back and get consumed by fear, we would be in a state of anxiety all the time. You know that? And I am really working on talking myself back from getting on the edge, you know. Yeah, you sometimes you just have to talk yourself back from the edge, you know. But who else is here? Hey, Broen is in the house. Thank you. My black and white hat would, oh yeah, black and white hat would go with this, wouldn't it? But I'm just we threw some things in the van, and this is going to be the first time that two of us have slept in the van. Actually, it's three of us, me, Jessica, and Cuddles. She's going to be sleeping in the front seat with a board and a thing. I'll show you guys. I'll show you how we're going to be camping and sleeping. And this is how we're going to be doing. We're taking some shorter trips as I get acclimated, because it's been difficult. I have to admit, it's been difficult for me to acclimate to not being able to stand up. You know, it's been harder getting used to it than I thought it would be. But it's nice being able to get into places that you couldn't get into otherwise. So it's a trade-off. It's a real trade-off. Oh, Sheila said, yes, I saw your video of Kat. So good to hear about her good luck. Yes, isn't it good to know about that? Nora is saying, I'm so happy for Kat. I am too. I really am. And she is just so thrilled and excited and grateful. It's wonderful to see someone who's just grateful for anything, that any good fortune that comes upon them, no matter how small or how big. Hey, CW Style 3, how's it going? Adele is saying, Nora, she is a quarter Beagle and 3/4 King Charles Cavalier. Her name is Tabby. Oh, okay. So you have so you've got a little girl there, Adele. But oh, both of those, I had a Beagle once. Oh, just I love that Beagle. And King Charles Cavalier Spaniels are, so you got a great combination there. Um, Nora's saying she must be adorable. Yes, I bet she is. Oh my goodness. Hey Patty, how are you doing? Did I send you the information on the meetup? That's going to be in Big Bear. I thought it was in September. It's actually in October. One weekend is going to be in Big Bear, and the following weekend it's going to be in Ventura. So I don't know which one you're going to go to, but I'm going to plan on attending it's a van meetup in an expo in Big Bear. I'm going to plan on going to the one in Big Bear. There was a fantastic something kind of meetup on Fiesta Island today, but I just decided I really was seriously considering going to it. But Fiesta Island, getting out of there on a weekend, it's going to, especially a holiday weekend, it's going to be packed to the gill. It's going to be so full, it will be almost impossible to get in and out of finding a parking space. And I just didn't feel like dealing with that hassle. So I didn't go to the fantastic, it's a fantastic summer end thing, but I just didn't want to go. Hey Maggie, hello. Lindy saying hello to everyone. And hey, Tim, where are you at these days? You are on the road. I saw your video the other day, but I don't know. I can't keep. Tim moves so much, I can't keep up with where he is. So you'll have to tell us where you're at, Tim. Hey, Julie B. Just waiting for a parking lot at the NASCAR race to empty out. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow. That sounds like a lot of fun. Did you attend? Did you so you attended the NASCAR race? Oh my goodness. I've never been to a NASCAR race. I'll have to put that on my list of things to do one of these days. Who else is in the house? Hi, Liza. How are you? You got my email on tiny house villages. There's a lot of communities now. They're popping up all over, but there are two in Austin I really want to visit, and one in North Carolina. So, but there are loads and loads of them popping up everywhere. Um, Everyone's saying hi to Tim and Lindy and everyone. Hey, VF, how's it going? Oh my goodness. Well, I did a video and I wanted to talk about this a little bit today. I'm going to do a video next week, maybe, on entitlement. And I did a video this past week, I think it was this past week, talking about the younger generation. And I just really think that they're very, very entitled. And I was looking up the definition of entitled, and one of them was saying that it's a person who feels like they deserve something, they deserve to be rewarded or paid or benefit as a result of doing nothing. They just feel like they deserve it. And I thought that really is what I'm seeing in a lot of, I think, younger entitled folks. And in my video, I was just speculating and I will speculate in a new one as to why that is. I think that a lot of us boomers, came from parents who grew up during the Depression, and they were really, really frugal and really used to not having a lot and used to struggling and sacrificing. And they taught us how to do that. And I think many of us wanted to give our kids things. And I think that's natural. Most parents want their kids to live a better life than they lived and to have more success and more, more joy. We just want them to have an abundance of everything. And I think in pursuit of that, some of us, and I think I'm guilty of this to a certain degree also, some of us may have indulged our kids to the ability that we had to do that, to the point that they didn't have to. Our parents taught us how to work for things, how, there's a direct correlation between working for something and earning it and getting it. You don't just pop up and for nothing you get something. Well, I think a lot of our kids, and possibly because some of us, I'll put myself in that category, may not have required them to do the things that maybe they should have had to do to have the experiences or the things that they've gotten. And also, I think one of the things that's contributed to that is we we weren't in an instant society. In other words, you couldn't have something happen across the world and about it an hour later, like what happened in Israel. The whole world knew about it almost immediately. Before, it would have taken quite a while. It would have taken a while for it to get to the news channels and then for the news to have, it just would have taken a while. Now things are instant. You have people who can go online immediately and tell you what's going on, where they're at. So I think these kids are so used to having things instantly, just immediately. You go through a drive-through, you get instant fast food. You go to, you want to find out about something. You need information. You don't have to go to an encyclopedia. You don't have to go to, Dewey Decimal or whatever that symbol thing was in the library. You don't have to look it up on cards. You don't have to put a whole lot of effort to be gratified and satisfied with the information that you're seeking. You can just get it instantly. And I think they want success instantly. They want, they start a job, they think they should be running the place, in a couple of months. And I think it's all part of this instant society that we live in that is fostering this. And I'm wondering what you all think, and what are some ways that we can kind of pull the reins back. And it's hard, it's kind of like paddling upstream as a parent, trying to teach your kids the value of working for something and having patience and putting a little bit in saving, then save some more, and then, have a long-term goal. And when we live in an instant society, what do you all think? Let me know. Patty is saying, oh, as far as the Big Bear, a couple of days in a cabin in Big Bear, what a beautiful drive. It is a beautiful drive, even in the winter. Hey, Brenda. Oh, my goodness. You're at Burning Man. Oh, my God. Aren't those tickets like $400 or $500? I guess my cheapskateness is coming out and showing, huh? Mo Bang Tim says, go with the flow. Fear will cripple you. Absolutely. Fear will keep you from living your best life. It really will. And I think our kids have grown up. I think they've grown up kind of in a dichotomy. They've grown up being kind of fearless, but now kids are in school are also growing up learning how to duck under. The only time we had to duck under was when were trained for an earthquake, but they're ducking under how to train to avoid someone coming in to do them harm. So again, balancing that with, there's just so much going on, so much. Pups for Life, hello, says the best help against anxiety is spending time with my wonderful dogs. You know what? Dogs will lower your blood pressure, that's for sure. Well, most ones. There are some like Jack Russell's. I'm sorry, but those suckers will raise your blood pressure. Uh-oh. Am I stuck? Am I frozen here? Is it off?
No, it's on.
Uh-oh. I seem to have frozen up here. Uh-oh, what should we do here? Uh-oh. Well, I froze up there for a while. I don't know what happened. But as I was saying, your dogs can really lower your blood pressure, except for Jack Russell's. They'll raise your blood pressure, I think. But hey, American Wanderer, how are you? I haven't talked to you or seen you anywhere in a while. Still working on your cargo trailer conversion. Oh, get out to the desert. But if setbacks had happened, you may take a little longer. So do you think you'll be out to the desert for this winter out in Quartzsite? We'll see. Everyone is saying hello. Hey, Graham, good day from Queensland, Australia. Okay. All right. But yeah, what do you guys think about Nora is saying, Adele, if you ever want a portrait of Tabby, just message me. I love doing dog portraits. Oh, that's a great idea. Hey, Karina Olsen says, saying hi. Big Bear in October will be nice weather. Yes, it will be. It'll be before the snow. We were there one Christmas and we got snowed in, but it was wonderful. But in October, it should be beautiful weather there in Big Bear. I'm just wondering where I'm going to park. So I have to do a little bit of research between now and then to figure out where to park. And also, it says on there, it has a site to get tickets, but when you go on for tickets, it doesn't look like they're selling tickets only to vendors. So I had the impression that they were. It didn't cost, but I don't know. I'll get more information as we get a little closer to it, and as I do some more research on this outing. Let's see who else is. Hey, Red, another one of my moderators, wonderful moderators. Let's see. Carol Crane, hello. I'm looking. Anyone else? Hey, Brenda from Missouri is in the house. Oh, Tim says he's somewhere in Maine. Oh, I've always wanted to go up to Maine. There's an area there actually called Cabot Cove. I always thought that was a place. Angela Lansbury, her series Murder She Wrote. But there is a place, they have the cutest little cabins in an area called Cabot Cove. If I'm not mistaken, that it is called Cabot Cove up in Maine. If you're anywhere near there, Tim, swing by and do a video for us, would you? Let's see. Hey, Luann Hoffman says, I'm from San Diego, but live in northern Michigan. Oh my goodness. I went back home for a visit in May to see my daughter and for my 50th high school reunion. Wow, that must have been cool. Now, were you able to recognize anyone? Did they still look the same or had they all changed, Lou? It's surprising how some people, I went to my 50th and some people had really changed so you could barely recognize them, and some people look the same. It was really amazing, quite amazing. Lou said it had been 6 years, had a wonderful visit. So what made you move from San Diego to Michigan? Although they have beautiful lakes in Michigan, but oh boy, me being far away from water would be a hard thing for me. CW Style says, hi, Jessica.
Oh, hi.
She says hello back. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, you're in North Carolina and Wilmington. I'm possibly going to be in North Carolina for Thanksgiving. Maybe. I don't know. And I may be, sometimes if I go to Myrtle Beach, I fly into Wilmington, actually. So I don't know. I'll see. Maggie says, I'm within walking distance of a local festival today. Ooh, I'm not even going. Mostly not interesting vendors selling stuff. Okay. Yeah, this weekend is just any main event is going to be packed and trying to get in. Like even on a regular weekend, I went to Fiesta Island and I made the mistake of leaving around, was it around 5:30, 6 o'clock? It took me an hour to get off of Fiesta Island. So I just can't imagine what it'll be like today. Red says, so happy to hear about Kat. That's why I'm late, was watching that video. Well, you're excused. You're excused. That's a good excuse for being late, Red. Oh my goodness. Marta says, I want a book on, that's my fault. I don't think I have sent that information to Nora. That is my fault, Marta. I will take care of it this week. I promise you. I will absolutely take care of it. I am so sorry. And I will send you a little bonus. I will personally send you a little bonus to make up for my tardiness. So much going on. My mind is just, we went to the store the other day where I told Jessica, I have to tell Jessica now when we go to the store, I want to get such and such. Because as we pull up to the store, I'll say, Jessica, what did we come here to get?
Mashed potatoes, yes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. She even remembers from yesterday.
Yes,
I don't even remember from this morning. When you've got so much on your mind, sometimes you just let things slide. You just forget. But I will take care of that, Marta. I will take care of that week and sending you a little extra bonus along too. Get Lost Mike says they're making a left turn. They're making another left turn. They're making another. I wonder what's going to happen next. I'm not quite getting that, Mike. I think I'm a little bit, that went a little bit over my head. Sorry. Hey, Miss Net, saying hello to everyone. Luann says, the attitude of gratitude is a game changer. It really is. And I think, I don't know, I think a lot of young people now, they have an attitude of expectation as opposed to an attitude of gratitude, and Graham says, we were at a scout camp, $17 with power. Oh, bring your own water. Wow, that's a pretty good price, Graham. That's a very good price. Oh my goodness. Red says, they are, Carol, it's sad dealing with it with someone in my family. Yep, very entitled. Nora says, Marta, I think you had sent your info to Carol. Yeah, that's what happened, Nora. It's on me. It's guilty as charged, but I will take care of it. Vaughn says, Carol, some people have an insane level of entitlement. They do. They do. Now, I do see some older people, but the majority that I see are younger, and I'm talking 40 or younger. So, I mean, I'm at an age now that 40 is a young person for me. But so when I say that, VF says entitlement. Remember when all the kids would get a trophy for showing up? Oh no. They would get a ribbon for coming in eighth, ninth. Yeah, I don't agree with that. And people say, oh, you're just mean. No, I'm not mean. I think that kids have to understand you put in a certain amount of effort, and for that effort there's a prize and there's something at the end, and that's a lesson they need to learn. They don't need to think that, oh, if I just show up at work, don't do anything, don't work, I still get my paycheck. No, that's not how it works. There's an expectation that, at the Olympics, everyone doesn't get a prize for showing up. They get to be in the Olympics. That's their prize. They earned the opportunity to have a spot there. But I am so against this. Oh, well, let's just give everyone. No, number one, it undermines the effort of the person who actually came in first. It undermines the efforts of the people who worked hard to achieve something. And it says that everyone, regardless of how much effort you put in, you get to be rewarded. And that's not life. And that's not a good lesson, I think, to teach kids. But that's just me. I'm old school. What can I say? Um, Maggie Smith says, look how government and schools regard parents now. They're being taught to not listen or respect us. I agree. I absolutely agree. They're taught that. I'm sorry, but here's the bottom line. There is a pecking order in our home, and I'm at the head of it. And if, I was part of a couple, there would be a pecking order. And based on how I know this is, people are going to probably go bananas, but, someone has to have the final say. You don't run a household or a business by committee. Someone has to finally make those hard decisions and not only make them, but be accountable for them. So, there has to be, I think there can be input from everyone, but one person has to make the final decision. Otherwise, you'll have chaos. And now, here's what I don't get. How can a school not give your child an aspirin, even an aspirin, without your permission, but a minor can go have, and I don't want to really get into this because this is not a political channel, but a minor can go have a procedure, a major life altering procedure, and I think most of you know what I'm talking about, without your permission. Or your kid can be put on birth control without your permission, but they can't get an aspirin. Explain that to me. That's not that make that make sense, because I don't know how you can make something like that make sense. I This is the craziest reasoning I've ever come across. But again, this wasn't the point of this whole live, but I wanted to just say, as far as entitlement, but it's gotten out of hand. And Maggie, I do agree that parents' authority, and yes, authority. I do believe that parents should have authority over their children. Lock me up, but that's what I believe. And I will believe that forever. And there's nothing, I don't think, that can change my mind, unless it's an abusive parent, and that's a whole different situation. But I'm talking about in a typical, normal parent child relationship. A parent should have authority over that child. And let me tell you something, what my dad told me once, and this is when I was an adult. Now, I don't believe that parents should have be able to, tell their kids how to raise their own families and stuff. No. But my dad said something and it made perfect sense to me. He said, for your entire life, I will be just as old over you as the day you were born. He said, so remember that. And I thought, wow, this is when I was a teenager. He said this to me, but it made perfect sense. In other words, the level of respect you give me when you're a child, I expect that same level of respect when you're an adult. And I absolutely agree with that. And I did give that to both my parents their entire lives. But everyone is saying hello again. American Wanderer says, I work for everything I get. It's the way I was brought up. Me too. Me too. And I think to some degree, we are guilty. I am guilty of not necessarily making our kids work. I don't think they should have to work for everything, but I think perhaps I should have had um, her work for more, But you know what? You don't get a manual when you become a parent. You don't get a manual, and you watch other people that you think are good parents, and you try to adapt and adopt their good um, practices, but there is no manual. And I'm not downing parents, but I think, knows the age of Spock, Dr. Spock, and all this stuff, but I think that looking back now, many of us would have done some things differently. And hopefully going forward, I don't know whether it's too late to turn back the clock for future generations. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Joe Frigo. Hello, how are you? It is beautiful weather. It's stunning weather. And I am going to be showing you in a video the grounds here. And I'll show you a little bit of just some of where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in a picnic area. They have picnic area and table, and they have a chill out room too, you know, that you can go into. But I'll do a complete tour of it before I leave. We're gonna probably, I don't know how long we'll be here. I know through today and tonight, but um, I'll do a complete tour for you all and do it on a video for you. Ah, and I'm going to be preparing a meal tonight that's a no cook because it's hot. I don't feel like cooking in this kind of heat, and I'm sure a lot of you don't either. So I'm going to show you how to put together a delicious meal. All it is dump and go, and it's delicious. It really is good. Um, let's see who else is here. Tim says they often have, you hit the nail on the head, Tim, the victim's mentality. They have no idea what real struggle is. And Tim, you were telling me when we had a talk once, you were telling me about some of the struggles you had in Vietnam and coming into a camp and just, oh my gosh, you even know more about struggle than I do, and I thought I knew a lot, but they don't know. They don't know what struggle is. They think having to wait an extra 15 minutes for their order at a fast food is struggling. I mean, they just have no clue what really it is, what struggle is, and what sacrifice is. They don't know. They just don't know. You're so right, Tim. And a lot of yeah, but I'm going to address a lot of that in the video that I'm going to do. Uh, Joe Frugal says on TikTok you have people that go around cities live video and they run the scammer. Yeah, a lot of people do live videos. I've thought of doing that. I've thought of doing, woman on the street type of videos, and maybe might on a couple of subjects one of these days. Um, uh, who else? Is there anyone I haven't said hello to? I think I've said hello to everyone, but I would love to hear more on you and what you think about, the generation that the younger generations upcoming behind us. I was talking to someone I know who has kids, and I think I mentioned this before on a live. We knew a family who those kids really, I mean, had to totally struggle. I mean, it was a terrible household, just horrible. I don't even go into all the detail. And we were comparing how those kids are doing now. A couple of them, it was from a very large family, and a couple of them have had some serious issues, but the rest of them, they're resilient, they're strong, they're confident, they're capable. They encounter challenges and they march through them like champs because they've learned how to deal with hardship and survive. A lot of people now, they come, the slightest little thing will knock them off track, and they're like woe is me, and they can't get back. They can't get back up. They can't get back up because they haven't learned. I think when you are knocked down, and I don't mean abusively, but I mean when you have to struggle and sacrifice and you have hard times as a kid, I think that can really build a strength of character where things that take other people out, you just march through them like nobody's business, because you've struggled and you've experienced hardships, so it's not something you don't know how to cope with. Me and Lindy were talking about this one day, about how, when you've gone through hardships and you then face hardships as an adult, it's not it's not a wonderful experience, but it's not something that completely takes you completely out, because you know how to cope, you know how to live on less, you know how to make a dollar stretch, you know how to spend less and still survive. If you've never had to struggle and then you were to lose everything, or like what happened in 2008 when so many people lost their homes and their jobs, those people were losing their minds, because they'd never experienced hardships, and it completely made them go bonkers. So I'm grateful for the hardships that I had to endure as a child, because it's made me stronger as an adult. And I think maybe if some of our kids had to go through a few more hardships, or we had allowed them to have a few more hard knocks, maybe it would have toughened them up just a little bit. But American Wander says, hi, redheaded. Just been busy on building my cargo. Okay, so haven't had much time to visit live streams. Yeah, well, that's all right. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I hope you'll let me do a tour of it when you get finished. And apparently, Get Lost Mike's talking something about fossils. I must have missed that one, but you found some cool fossils. It sounds like, Get Lost Mike. Oh my goodness. Hey, Ann Holland, how's it going in the house here? Joe Frugal says a lot of people Burning Man are Silicon Valley wealthy. I'm guessing that may be the case, because those tickets are really expensive. And it started out kind of as like a hippie thing, and now it's really turned, you're right, it's turned into something that is more for not everyone, but a lot of people of means do go there. Not frozen. Okay, well, I don't know what it was happening. It was frozen on my end. Okay, all right. Thank you guys for letting me know. Um, uh, so you guys can see and hear me, but mine was frozen. I don't know what. Who knows? Who knows? So I'm okay on your side. Yes, and all my moderators, I just really, really so appreciate you. I have the best moderators on YouTube, I think. I really do. You guys have been with me for a long, long time. Hey, Gia. I've missed seeing you too. I keep saying I'm going to call you, but you know what, Gia? I will call you before this weekend is out. I should have called you and seen if you wanted to come up here with me to where I am in East County. But I've missed seeing you too. Are you going back to Quartzsite this winter? I know Gia went to Quartzsite for the first time last winter, and she said she just loved it, absolutely loved it. So I hope you'll be making it again. Yeah, I am kind of back on my feet, Gia. Looking forward. Gio Frugo says Jack Russells are great for rats. I don't know. They are great for those things. It's like like a wind up toy. It's like you wind them up, but they never wind down. They're just like, it's like, holy, I don't think I could handle a Jack Russell. I think I would lose my mind if I had a Jack Russell. Oh my goodness. Vaughn says, I want to go to Big Bear Meetup, but haven't heard about it. Well, I will be sharing some information about it. Let me see if I can find out. Hold on. While you guys are on, if I can find my phone, I will look up. If you go onto Ultimate Van Meetups. It is on there. Hold on just 1 second. Under Ultimate Van Meetups, it will show up. Let's see. Ultimate Van Life Meetups is what it's. What the heck? Oh, it's called Overland. I think it's called Overland. But I don't know. Oh no, it's called Adventure Van Expo. Let me see if I can get the exact thing. Adventure Van Expo. And okay, it is yeah, it's going to be in Big Bear, and it's going to be they had one in San Juan Capistrano. I would have gone to that one, but I didn't find out about it in time because that's only, like an hour or less from me. But it says open house for vans and accessory shopping, meet the pros and DIYers, food, brew, bands. So they have them all over the country. And the one in, let's see, they have it in Washington, North Lake Tahoe. They have on Big Bear Lake is going to be, it's again, Adventure Van Expo, Big Bear Lake, October 19th and 20th. And then the following weekend, they're going to be in Big Bear at 630 Bartlett Road. But just go up online and look up Adventure Van Expo. And then they're going to be at the Ventura County Fairgrounds on October 26th and 27th. So the following weekend after Big Bear, they'll be in Ventura County at the fairgrounds. So it says choose your tickets, and when you go on to choose your tickets, it says let's see, get tickets for the October. Oh, the entrance, it says here, free entrance. Okay. Then it has industry pass, and I guess it's an industry pass, you get something. And then a dog pass. So I guess it's $11 for a dog pass. So I guess you have to pay to bring your dog. You're free to come in, it looks like, but your dog has to pay. But they say that the dog pass benefits that animal rescue community. So yeah, so it looks like it's free, but I think they want you to register so they know how many people are coming. So yeah, I don't know yet. If anyone knows anywhere that you can park or camp in Big Bear, let me know. So I'm going to be checking with them to see where I can park. And I probably am going to, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to bring the minivan or if I'm going to bring the ProMaster. I'll see which one. Probably the minivan because it's easier to be stealth in it. But we'll see. We'll see how it works with Jessica sleeping in the front seat. You hear Jessica? She's not excited about that. But we've got a board that Pascal made, and I have a blow. It's not a blow up. Go get that, will you? The thing. Well, no, don't worry.
I can do it.
I'll show you.
One?
No.
The red one.
No, the thing that the pad. The roll up pad that I got at Costco.
Oh, you brought that. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys our setup. I'll do a video on that. You guys know me. I do videos and everything. But I am getting ready to go meet the two donkeys and actually get in the pool pretty soon because it's warm. So I think a nice dip in the pool would be fun. And I'm going to do a tour and an interview. So we'll I'm going to hook you guys up, let you see everything there is here. But I'm going to probably head out a little bit early today so that I can do the tour while it's still daylight because, I don't do tours and stuff on Sunday, so I don't want to miss out. But American Wanderer is saying will not make it this year. Oh, or next year due to tow vehicle mechanical problems. Being on Social Security will take a while to save enough to get all fixed. Okay. Well, yeah, I know that's it does take a while to get things set up. But if I do come into Wilmington or in that area, I'd love to meet up with you, American Wanderer. I'll let you know if I do. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'm thinking maybe Thanksgiving. I'm thinking, but a lot of things I have to take care of medically between now and then. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But anyhow, this is the pad that I got at Costco. It's Cuddles. This is not for you. Grab him so he doesn't want to. It's a it's called a rollout lounger, and I got it at Costco. And you open it up, and it airs out, and it's supposed to go kind of open up. No, don't bring him down there, please. I want him only here, Jessica, with me.
All right.
Because of the donkeys and the horse.
I wasn't going to take him down there. Well, can he go say hi?
No, not without me.
Fine.
All right. Anyhow, it looks like it's time for me to.
Keep going.
Time for me to.
Lois, I'll keep going.
A lot of moving parts here today. A lot of moving parts with Cuddles and horses and donkeys and everything. So, oh my goodness. So I hope I will be able to catch up with you though at some point, American Wanderer. So can anyone who's on here for your first time, would you put in number 1, please, so that I can acknowledge you your first time? I would love to acknowledge you. Red says she misses the ocean, but it's beautiful in Colorado. Yeah, Colorado is very beautiful. Very beautiful. I don't know. Thank you for asking that. I have not heard from Kenneth Bailey, and he hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, and he hasn't been commenting. So I'm a little bit concerned too. Graham, have you heard from Kenneth? Because I know you guys are buds. No, thank you for asking, Three Generations. I have not seen him for a while, and that's very unusual. So, I got to see what I can do to try and check on him, because that's not typical for Kenneth not to be here. So we'll have to check. Thank you for asking. But you know what? That's what we do. We Globies do. We look out and we notice. Isn't it nice that someone notices if you're not here? Isn't that nice to belong to a group that actually cares and notices and checks up on you? I think that's one of the gifts of having this live and having all of you. If I were not to do a live for a couple of weeks, I know a lot of you would be checking up on me, and it just really warms my heart to know that there are people out there who are concerned and and want to know, and I want to know how you're doing, and I'm concerned about you. And Patty, I hope you are doing well, and I know it's hard, but one of the things you can take comfort in is that you took good care of your dad, and that I hope gives you some measure of comfort. But yeah, who else is Oh, yeah, you don't need to email anyone, Martina. I will send Nora the information, and she'll get it out to you. As soon as I get it to her, she can get it to you. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Graham. Where is Ken? Yeah, I'm wondering that myself. Vaughn says, Carol, write a grocery list and take a picture on your phone. Oh, now that's a good idea. That's a great idea, Vaughn. Thank you for that. Gia says Mike must be watching NASCAR. Oh my goodness. Three Generations. Graham hasn't had a pep talk from Kenneth in weeks. I know, Graham, you must be missing that. Donald was wondering, my brother was wondering where he is too. Joe Frugal says, Lindy, that's great news. I love it when nothing is going on. Beats pain. Yep, nothing. So I'm glad to hear nothing's going on bad, Lindy. That is good news. Hey, Carrie Joe, hello. Vaughn says some political shenanigans by the border crossers. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Who knows? There's always something going on. Elsa says, hello, every birdie of the chat. Patty says, my homeschooled children all worked on the homestead. Worked as teens, all have good work ethics. Well, that is great. That really is good. If you had them working, that is good. And Lindy says, yes, it's good to be content. It is. It is good to be content. Um, Annie says, I'm sorry, Amy says, that's exactly correct. There is a pecking order. Yeah, there is. And hey, I don't care if people don't like it. That's how my house runs. There is a pecking order. That's how I grew up in a house with a pecking order. And hey, what do they say? The golden rules: he who pays the bills rules the gold. I don't know. What can I say? Our the golden rules. Hey, Maya, mom, a man. I'm sorry, man. Oh, my tongue twister. Mayan mom or Mayan mom. I hope I'm saying it right. I think a trophy for every child works in certain instances. I think if you have Special Olympics, I think that would be an appropriate setting to have a trophy for every child. Absolutely. I think something like Special Olympics, where it takes a Herculean effort to even do certain things. I think if children to even get across the finish line, it just took everything they had in them. I think, yes, in those instances, absolutely. But in a regular race where people have to prepare for it, or in a game, a basketball game where people have to prepare and different things. And I think that people should be rewarded for their efforts, and because that's how life is. You're rewarded based on what you put into it. You don't just automatically get a trophy because you show up. I'm sorry. I just, that's just me. You don't have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree, and we can do it pleasantly. So that's what I say. We can always disagree, but let's just be pleasant about it. And you guys are that way, and I appreciate it. Anne says, I agree with you, Carol. Also, have you noticed little kids throwing fits because they don't get what they want? Yeah, I would just, hey, let them throw a fit, and they'll find out when we get home that that's not going to be a great experience. And I bet they would be motivated not to do it the next time we went out. That's all I'm going to say. Um, uh, um, Linda Amberster says there is no explanation other than evil. For some things, that's true. For some things. Bonds and Roses, Carol, kids can't get their ears pierced without parents' consent. I know. The seemingly inconsequential things kids need their parents' consent for, but things that could be life altering, they don't need. Go figure. I don't know. We live in a world that's turned upside down, I think, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. What can I say? Hey, Amy says, without informing the family, not okay. Parents should always have final say over their child. I agree. I absolutely agree. Unless it's an abusive parent. That's a whole different situation, but that's not what we're talking about here. Miss Nett says, I saw a young child in Walmart spit in his mom's face because she didn't buy him a toy. Sad part is she caved and bought it. Holy crap. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to comment on that. I know in that instance, my mom or dad would not have waited till we got home to deal with it. They would have dealt with it right there with God and everyone else watching. But, but that child, to then, after a child does that, to then give them the toy they spit in your face for not getting, wow. That's going to be a very sad mom in about 10. Well, she's probably sad already, but she's probably going to be going to visit her son or her child in a situation where they don't have their freedom. That's all I can say. But I agree, Patty. I think children can feel more self-worth if they can contribute to the family. I absolutely agree. I think, uh, Luann says all of us looked marvelous. Thank you, Gia. I appreciate that. Uh, Tim says we pay the school salary. We got every right to know what they're teaching and do to our kids in school. I agree. And I think if there's certain parts of the curriculum that we don't want our kids exposed to, we should have the right to say, no, I want my kid to opt out of this. And that, unless it's, unless it's reading, writing, arithmetic, or something like that, anything else, social engineering or any of this stuff. I think we should have the right to say this goes against our values in our home. And I'm not speaking for anyone else's values. They have the same rights that I have. But for our household, this is how we are going to do. And we want to opt out of this. Sylvie says, I honored my mom and mother and father, and my children honor me. We're very grateful for all of it. Yes, yes. Drew Frugal says, we have had cascading days of rain with potential for tropical weather in a week. Oh my. Chef Santa, oh, I'm so glad to see you. We were praying for you last week and wondering how you're doing. Hello, folks. Can you play some prayers? I'm still in the hospital. Hope you go home Monday. Well, we will. Oh, dear Lord, we just ask that you would touch Chef Santa and just help him to have a full and mighty recovery, and let it just be miraculous so people can't attribute it to anything else but your mighty, almighty hand. And we just thank you, and we ask you to encourage and motivate him and be the wind behind his sails. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Chef Santa. We're so happy you're here. And I was concerned about you, but glad, because I knew you had been in the hospital the last time you came on. So thank you for coming on and letting us know what's happening. Von Zena Rose says, I think Elsa Ty, I feel like we're bread buddies. All right. Well, folks, I am, thank you. Red says she's been praying for Chef Santa and will be continuing to do so. Thank you. Thank you. Ju Fro says, Ann is from Vietnam. He was in the war. Okay. All right. Yes, a lot of people are on here. Vaughn's on a roll praying for you, Chef Santa. So I just don't think those prayers are going to go void. Martin says, if that were my kid there would be a visit to the bathroom. Yeah. Yep. I think so too. I think so too. Martin, I have to agree with you. Constant Faulkner says, children, chicken salad crackers or on a sandwich. Yes, that is. But the last several days have been nothing but rain here. Oh, and Gulfport, Mississippi. I've heard Gulfport, Mississippi is very beautiful there on the water. Oh my goodness. Well, I am actually, the thing I'm going to make does have crackers in it, has saltine crackers in it. And it is yummy, 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 and low cholesterol and low fat. And it's just delicious. And it doesn't have any meat. You can add meat, but it doesn't have any meat, but it's good. It's really, and it's cheap. It's really cheap. I mean, you can make it for a few dollars and you can have several meals for just a few dollars. So I'm going to show that next week, but it's delicious. Easy breezy, hot day or cold day. But it's filling, very filling for a little bit of money. And that's what I like. So, hey, Spirit Wind View. Hello. Oh, Graham says, why so many have turned away from God? Yes, it's the struggle and hardship that brings you closer together. I think hardship will either bring you closer together and bring you to your knees seeking God, or I think it could turn you bitter. But the thing is, it's your choice. You have a choice. You don't have to go one way or the other. You can choose to be closer to him, you know? Okay. Three Generations says, Lord, we ask for healing for Chef Santa. Yes. Give him strength and stamina to heal properly. Absolutely. Ann Holland says, a failure is learning experiences. You need both. So you know what successfulness is. That's true. I think if we have the right attitude, our failures actually prepare us for the successes, because sometimes the failures are because we're not quite ready for success, and the failures help us to improve and get better and to eventually be successful. All right. I am going to, I know I'm missing a lot of, Carrie says, I don't know how I made it without my faith in God this past year. I know I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm missing a lot, but I just want to thank all of you for being here. Go over and if you want a feel good video and something to just maybe put a smile on your face, if you smile when you see other people joyful, the video I aired today will put a big smile on your face. So if I can get you to smile and have a sense of joy and celebration with someone else, then I've accomplished my purpose. But I love each and every one of you. I'm going, will my moderators please all, yep, you're right, Luann. As Cesar Milan says, you have to be the pack leader. Absolutely. But when you have a strong-willed child, I'm telling you, I can tell you from personal experience, it can be a battle, but you cannot give up. You cannot give up. All right. Can my moderators please? Oh, Bonnie and the Boomer and the Burb said 6 girls here, 1 bathroom. Oh my gosh, Dad died at 36. Wow, the struggle was real. Strict, no nonsense mom. We all made it. Yep. Your mom had to be a no nonsense mom to survive. And it sounds like your mom was a strong, dedicated mom who was determined to get her girls successfully into adulthood. Good for her and good for you all. Wow, Dad dying at 36. I'm so sorry to hear that. Joe Frugal says a 17-year-old marriage. Wow. Uh, uh, Sylvia says, I have a Jack Russell buried in my backyard. She was okay, I guess. My friend's dog. Oh, my goodness. All right. No more adventure van for me. Well, get lost, Mike. I don't know about if I'm going to have an adventure van, but I do like seeing them. And, you know, in my mind, imagining and pretending that I'm in an adventure van. Although I do have plenty of adventures in my van, some that I didn't intend to have. If I'm honest about it. And Lindy, I tell you, we have had some adventures that we weren't planning on. But you know what? Things came out all right in the end. Hey, Life of Lucretia, hello. Says Graham, I agree. Life struggles help me move closer to God. Yes, they really can do that. All right, guys. I am going to Nora says, Red, there are many reasons. There's no one way to live this life. That's true. People who preach of one way are alienating many others, but each to its own, as they say, mutual respect is it. That is true. You know, I think the key is being respectful and respecting people's right to make a choice and how they live their life. As long as you're not harming someone else, you know, I believe in living and let live. Just be respectful to others and be willing to disagree, but do it in a decent manner, you know. Oh my goodness. Oh, sounds like you had a difficult time. Joe Frugal was a breadwinner, and wow, you couldn't get one. And oh yeah, in a divorce situation, if you don't have an attorney, it can be very challenging, and you can end up on the short end of the stick. That's for sure. Constant Falker says, still fighting for my disability benefits, wanting to get a van soon so I can make it to the RTR and WRTR. Keeping my fingers crossed. Well, I've got my fingers crossed for you too, Constant, and I will keep you in my prayers that you do get your disability benefits. I do understand that oftentimes you have to file appeal. So if you get denied, do not just say, oh, well, you know, that's it. No, appeal it, because a lot of people who appeal do eventually get their benefits. But they count on people just walking away and giving up, and they save millions, probably billions of dollars by denying people and people just giving up. So don't give up. Patty says, laughing out loud, I told you the Van Expo would give me serious van envy. Well, hey, you never know. It may give you a lot of ideas and may give you that push that you have needed. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry you had such a hard time, Joe Frugal. I'm really sorry for that. Oh my goodness. Sounds like you have really had a hard time. Janet says Murder, She Wrote was filmed in Mendocino and Fort Bragg, California. I didn't know that. But there is a Cabot Cove in Maine. There really is. There is a I don't know if it's a city, but there is a because I've been wanting to go up there and see it. Not that I thought it was part of the series, but they're Cabot Cove cottages. Cabot Cove cottages. It's called the Cottages at Cabot Cove, and they're just stunning. I mean, stunning. I really hope one day to make it up there and stay in one of. They're called Cottages at Cabot Cove. So I don't know whether that's where they got the idea or whether this was even I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that the cottages got their name from the series, is what I'm thinking, because the series was a long time ago, and I think the cottages are newer. So I think that's how it worked. All right, folks, I am getting ready to. Jessica waved at you. Oh, okay. Barry's waving back at you.
Hi, Miss Mary.
No, Barry, Uncle Barry.
Uncle Barry.
She says, hi, Uncle Barry. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda wanted to tell you your hair is cute.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right. Time. Thank you for your time, Glow. Yes, we're going to glow on out of here. Glow on out of here. And I hope each of you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Yes, anyone who's a content creator, put a C. Anyone who's it's the first time in the house, put a number 1. And would my moderators please drop your link so everyone can go over and say hello to you and watch you. Yeah, but anyhow, I think we're going to Chef Santa is a content creator. Who else on here? I know Life of Lucretia is a content creator. Tim from Mo Bang for Your Bucks is a content creator. Redheaded Riding Hood. Lava Lindy is a content creator. Who else is a content creator that's on here? Can you let's see. Thank you for you guys dropping your links, my moderators. And Adele says, I have to constantly hit refresh to view your video. I don't know why either. I will say bye. And everyone have a good weekend. You too, Adele. I'm getting ready to head out here and do a little swimming, I think. Yeah, Caroline Hannah says she grew up in a pecking house order also. Hey, I'm all for that. All right. Hey, Barbara Higgs. Hello. All right. Everyone's dropping their, my moderators dropping their, I like that, Constance. Constance says the chick that has laid the most eggs for the longest time rules the roost. I got to remember that. I like that. That's a good one, Constance. I'm going to steal that one. All right, everyone. All right. Anne says, as my parents used to say, I'm paying the bills. My house, when you get your own house, then it'll be your rules. Amen. Amen to that. I absolutely agree with that. Hey, Nanshi 3X. Hello. All right. You're right, Lucretia. Reinforce wrong behavior and you get wrong behavior. Absolutely. Yeah, that child will do it to a teacher at school. You're right. Yep. All right, everyone. I know I'm just missing all kinds of comments, but I'm trying to get down to the C's and the ones. Get Lost Mike is a content creator. The Unspeakable is a content creator. I hope, what are you speaking unspeakably about? Unspeakable, but content creator. All right, everyone. I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful view of the hills around. I'm going to go meet a couple of donkeys and a horse and do a tour of this beautiful property. And I will see you all later. Go check out the video aired today and cooking, actually non-cooking video coming up. And I will see you later. Love each and every one of you. And I hope your weekend is fabulous and your journeys, whatever they may be, are filled with joy and blessings. Till next time, bye-bye. Let's see if I can end this stream. You know, I always have a hard time doing that. So let's see.